For his ceremonial oath of office, it's time for me to introduce to you our mild-mannered Clark Kent, who turned into Superman and accomplished Mission Impossible when, for the first time in 30 years, a Republican mayor, Manny Santos Now it's my honor and pleasure. Raise your right hand first. I, Manuel A. Santos, better known as Manny, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the state of Connecticut,
and the state of Connecticut,
the laws and ordinances of the city of Meriden,
laws and ordinances of the city of Meriden,
and will faithfully discharge according to law
and will faithfully discharge according to law
my duties as mayor for the city of Meriden
my duties as mayor for the city of Meriden
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God. Guess I gotta hold this one, huh? It's an honor to be up here and to have so many support out there. I want to thank first and foremost my wife Marianne, who has stood by me when I needed her. Her encouragement and critiquing have been invaluable. My campaign team, and of course, you, the informed voters of Meriden that understood what is at stake. My election last month is evidence that this city yearns for change. Changing the way City Hall is run, the way we administer services, and in the way we politicize everything. These last 2 weeks have been very difficult. The battles we've had, especially as it pertains to the powers of the mayor's office, has left many of us bruised and with bitter taste in our mouths. I wish it were different, that we could simply disagree, get in a room together and reach a compromise that all parties could be comfortable with. So far, this has not been possible. I have even extended the deputy mayor position to Democrat Councilor Matt Dominello, a significant departure from previous years. Obviously, he's not the majority leader. You see, Meriden has been under one-party rule for a very long time, with very little challenge to the way things have been done. This isn't to disparage the hard-working or the hard work that the Democrat Party has put forward. This council and the rest of the officials put a lot of their time and effort into our city, and they should be commended. With respect to Democrats, many remain my friends, and I have rather high regard for them. But a balance of political power is always best. The so-called checks and balances that our form of representative government is so well known for. Lest you believe that Republicans are now showing their arrogance and fully support my actions, let me just say, I know I'm doing the right thing when both the Democrat Party and the Republican Party are angry at me. If both were happy, wouldn't I be just another politician? I ran to change the way this city operates. I understand Meriden has a city council. I understand Meriden has a city council, city manager, government, and that the mayor's role is limited. But that is the very reason I insist that all officials adhere to the rule of law and follow our city charter, with no exceptions. These appointments I will be making wouldn't be so controversial if we had been doing things the right way all along. Even before assuming my office, I had put in countless hours, and I could have thrown in the towel long ago, and spared myself, as well as others, a lot of stress and aggravation, and not really care about who appoints whom to what. That would have been easy. But it's not easy doing what is right and honorable. I was not elected to do nothing. I was elected to influence change, and change you're getting. I want to relay a story to you. Many of you may have already heard it, but it's worth telling it again. A young woman was preparing a ham dinner. After she cut off the end of the ham, she placed it in a pan for baking. Her friend asked her, "Why did you cut off the end of the ham?" She replied, "I really don't know, but my mother always did, so I thought you were supposed to." Later, when talking to her mother, she asked her why she cut off the end of the ham before baking it. And her mother replied, "I really don't know, but that's the way my mom always did it." A few weeks later, while visiting her grandmother, the young woman asked, "Grandma, why is it that you cut off the end of the ham before you bake it?" Her grandmother replied, "Well, dear, otherwise it would never fit into my baking pan." Sometimes we do things just because that's how it's always been done. We can do better in this city. We have a lot of work to do to get Meriden where we can once again feel proud to call it our home. We've got to start thinking outside the box. Our city has great potential. We just need to work together to find ways to take advantage of that potential. That means doing things differently. I hope and pray that reasonable minds will prevail, and we will start having what the taxpayers demand, a transparent and accountable city government. I thank you. Thank you all for taking your time to show up here today. Thank you, and God bless the people of Meriden.